Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. We are finally at the premiere date of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 1. I'm so happy this is back on television because TV is starting to be really dry. Like everything is going off the air with COVID-19. No one is really filming, so whatever people have in the storage house, they have been holding the Housewives of Potomac for so long, and they finally letting us watch it. I think because the Housewives of Atlanta are supposedly filming right now. I don't know what they're filming from the house. I don't know. But let's jump right into it. They start off with some mess. You see trash all over the floor, spilled wine, broken glass, and then flash up is Karen's new house. And I'm like, go Karen. They already told us Monique and Karen are the only two ladies that really live in Potomac. So Karen has moved back to Potomac. And then we get to hear Giselle talking about what Giselle saying. For so long, our show has been above the stereotypes, and in 5 minutes, you took it all away. And she was talking to Monique dabbing her face with some tissue, and they talking about that fight, and then we get a scrambled fight scene, and then it says 7 weeks earlier. And I'm like, I knew they was going to do it like that. I'm going to jump to the end. In the preview, everything they're saying about this fight is not seeming like it's happening the way everyone is throwing the tea out there that was happening. Because in all this summer, they've been talking about Candace was flicking Monique, flicking her hair, and that's what started the fight. Or Candace threw wine on Monique. But in the preview, it looked like Monique was the one flipping that Candace hair. I don't know. Off top, this episode, this review ain't gonna be that long because ain't nothing really jump off. It was just kind of introduction of, the ladies and what they are doing right now to set up the season. But I'm gonna say this just to say it. I'm probably gonna say it again. Candace is the type of person who picks and picks and picks, aggravates. She's the type of person who, I don't advocate violence, but you gotta pop the bitch because she won't shut the fuck up. Her mouth is very slick. Her mouth, Candace can't read. Now, I ain't saying she the queen of reads or she own a library or nothing like that, but Candace can't read. Her mouth is very, that Twitter stuff, I've seen Candace on Twitter. Her Twitter fingers, I can see why people want to pass. And let's get into the episode. Up first, they show the favorite. The favorite go first, and who was that? Monique. They show her house, Monique house. They showed an aerial, what they call it, a drone over the house with the pool and everything. I said, yes, bitch. You the rich bitch on this show. You the one who can do it. Yes. I love Monique. I love her family. I follow Monique on Instagram. I could watch a reality show of Monique and her family and those kids and that damn bird. I could watch that because Monique is entertaining. She's a true, I ain't gonna say that. Monique reminds me of how I grew up. Cause I can watch her Insta stories of how she braids Milani's hair and puts them in those beautiful, Monique, your braiding skills, you could charge. She has great braiding skills, but just how she sits up and oils Milani's hair and puts in those beautiful styles, it reminds me how my mom used to do that with us. And just everything about Monique to me is entertaining. I like Monique. But moving on, I ain't standing for her nothing. That's the word y'all young folks use. I ain't standing for her nothing or nothing. But I love Monique's family. And that little baby Chase is too cute. That bird T'Challa is cute too. But I ain't no bird fan. I like puppies. But the bird ain't gonna be flying over my house, shitting all over the house. Monique done trained the shit on paper. But when Monique said, I'm taking the bird to Karen's house, and she pulled out a bird leash. My husband thinks I'm a crazy dog owner, but a bird leash? All right. So Karen lives so much in Potomac now. She ain't 45 minutes away. She's only 3 minutes away from Monique's house, but she was like, I will walk, but it's 88 degrees outside. Karen took that bird with her, and I mean Monique took that bird with her, and I'm with Karen when she opened the door. She was like, "Bitch, you bringing this bird in my house? Put it in this cage. Put that bird in the cage. Why you ain't bring the baby over here? You brought a bird, not the baby." It it's just a mess. A bird on a leash. I never seen it. Karen's confessional look is gorgeous. I saw this look over the summer when they released some of their confessional looks. Orange is your color, Karen. Orange is my color too. But that haircut, that mushroom bang, every time I see it now, I think of that song. Not the bayang, the bayang. Like, that's just what comes to my mind when I see Karen at confessional. She gonna have to change that up quick. Who made that song? Put that in the comments. I don't know. I just know it from TikTok, and it's stuck in my head. Like, like I can. Karen, I hope you're not playing with your marriage this season. Like, she over here talking about the Ladon business is booming. Congratulations, girl. But her and Ray ain't seeing eye to eye because she's traveling, and Ray doesn't want to travel with her. She's 17 years younger, so now that she's in her 50s, Ray might be in his 70s, and he's ready to slow down. And she's just like, her marriage is not in a good spot. And I'm like, please don't be on here. Like, I just don't want to see it for Karen and Ray. Like, I never understood, and people do it every day, but I don't understand how people are married for so long and then want to wait until they get older when you're supposed to grow old together to want to separate. I don't know, but we're going to see where Karen goes with this. Now we over at Giselle's house, and you see how much you love Giselle. You were 3. You were introduced 3rd on this show. I don't like Giselle. If you are a Giselle stan, you love Giselle, go ahead and don't watch my videos. I can't stand Giselle, and I hate that Jamal Bryant even more. So they show her house. I am proud of Giselle for getting her house renovating and do whatever you want to do to it. It's yours. Do that, girl. The house, everybody on Twitter was talking about how tacky it was. I guess I'm tacky too. I like bling. Like, that one room, I can't say nothing about a red room. Y'all see this room. I like colors. I like bling. I like accent pictures. Like, I ain't see nothing wrong with the decorations. Like, she had a hot pink wall. If I didn't have a husband, I would probably have a hot pink wall too, but he would put his foot down to hot pink walls. So that's the only reason why I ain't got one. I got to get this red right here. He agreed on that. But if I could do a hot pink accent wall, I would too. So I guess I ain't gonna read her decorating. Then she goes into this Jamal Bryant storyline, and I'm fast forward. I'm telling you, I listened to it episode 1. I listened to her talk about it episode 1, but I don't believe she nowhere wants to go backwards and date Jamal Bryant. She already embarrassed. Dang, what's that Instagram person's name? He does Potomac. I can't think of his name. When I go to Instagram, I'll figure it out. But he all summer he been spilling Jamal Bryant tea. He was spilling tea all summer to the point where I think the church, New Birth, sent him a cease and desist order, like, to shut the fuck up. I believe it. Everything he says, I believe. I do. I just don't see it. I just don't see this storyline being real at all. Now, the kids come on the screen to talk about FaceTime your daddy. He want to talk about school. The kids' faces tell me the truth, all the truth I need to see. One, if you read between the lines, and I could be wrong, I'm just reading between the lines of what I see on TV. I don't know these people's house. They look like they ain't here for their daddy, period. Like, point blank clear. It don't look like they have, like they were saying, dad called just, and then he called you just to make it seem like he called us. And, oh, now that you and dad back together, it's you and dad, and he a cheater, he a liar, all this stuff. It looked like the kids know the shit ain't real and they not here for the bullshit, because I wrote in my notes, one of them kids said, "This so fake." One of them kids said that shit, and it looked like it was the one who had on the new birth sweatshirt. One of the twins, I don't know which one. The oldest one don't look like she here for it. That twin in the new birth shirt is definitely not here for the bullshit. And she was like, "You not gonna get me." All of them look like you not gonna get me on camera to play along with this bullshit. The youngest one looked like, "I love my mama so much," or she might not have been the youngest, but that other twin looked like, "I love my mom so much, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna try, but my acting ain't that good for the bullshit." Them three daughters in that scene with the dad, like the daddy was on the phone, they didn't even want to look at him. They like, we ain't doing this bullshit. Just, I promise I'm gonna fast forward through a lot of this all season. Someone's in my tongue. I'm sorry. And I'm over it too. I'm that middle daughter who had on a new birth shirt. She was over it. That's me. That's me. Moving on. Candace and Chris is their 1-year anniversary. They want to plan a party. Candace come into the party place. Come on, we got $5,000. That lady said the minimum is 22. So I don't know where you gonna have a party. I guess Bravo kicked in and said, if y'all do a cash bar, we'll give you a little bit of change for this party. She said the purse strings are cut. Mama Candace, we don't want no more of her money. All right, it's about damn time. Moving on. Ashley comes on the TV and she wants to have 2 bottles connected to her boobs. What they call it, it's been 17 years, y'all. What do they call it? Breast pumping, milk pumping. Well, I'm like, that's how you want to be seen your first time on TV. Sitting up here milk pumping. I ain't got nothing against it. I don't care if you bottle feed or breastfeed. I just was like, damn. Moving on before the breastfeeding people come read me, because I ain't trying to move. Just moving on. Baby Dean is cute. Baby Dean is real cute. He do look just like his daddy, but the baby is cute. Ashley is going into overly protective mommy mode, and fast forward all that bullshit. I ain't here for it, Ashley. I'm not about to be with that. And I think that was it. Ashley gonna get more into her shit as the season progresses, because we already know from the blogs that Michael and some stripper was in a hotel. So we gonna get into that later on in the season. Finally, they get to Robin, and I was like, damn, I forgot Robin was on the show already. Already. Robin is in here talking about we need a bigger house, and then she gives some speech about, I don't think we just need to have a bigger house. Before we can have a bigger house, we got to get married. And it was just the way she said it. I said, bad acting. Bad acting, Robin. Like, we know the producers told y'all to get married, but damn, you couldn't take no acting class over the summer, like something. But anyway, I ain't gonna read Robin for that. I think that statement was bad acting, but Juan's response, I was like, oh, he was real genuine, because he was like, I'm here for it. Yeah, I think it's time. I think Juan, over these 3 years, and Robin done made a little bit of her coins back that she done lost for her husband. I think Juan never stopped loving Robin. But it's hard. It was hard to look at a bitch that lost all your money, gave all your money away after you told her not to. We ain't gonna go back to season 1. We ain't gonna do that. But I'm happy they I'll be happy if they get remarried. I don't want to see it on TV, but I ain't mad at Juan and Robin. Moving on. Giselle and Candace meet up somewhere. And Giselle come in there with a baseball cap with a Party City tiara glued to the top of it. And I was like, ooh. One thing I'll say about Candace can dress. Candace has her fashions together. Monique has her fashions together. Hell, even Karen has her fashions together. Somebody go help Giselle. Somebody. Anyway, she over here talking about Jamal Bryant some more, and I'm rolling my eyes at the TV. I ain't write down no notes of what she said. Finally, Monique somewhere in the comments, because they were talking about Jamal, everybody was giving their comments on Jamal and Giselle, and Monique was like, I guess she needs some tithes and offerings, and I hollered at the TV. I said they both want some of them tithes and offerings. Let's move on. Candace is not inviting Ashley to the party. Okay, I'll get in Candace and Ashley later. And then they get into talking about some mini argument of each other reading each other's homes on Twitter. I guess in an after show, Monique and Robin were making jokes about how is Candace going to get this house. Her mother said she wasn't going to pay for it, and they hee-hee-ha-ha'd about it. That upset Ashley so much that she called Monique's house a $900,000 cabin. I hollered at that. I said that was a read. That was some good shade right there, Candace. But unlike you, at least Monique can afford a $900,000 cabin and has paid for her $900,000 cabin and is currently renovating it. So at least Giselle can, I said Monique, but Giselle. At least Giselle can tell you that is hers. The house she lives in is hers, not her mama's. So moving on. Ashley and Monique get together and they have their babies with them. Cute. I don't know. Y'all know how I feel about all these babies on TV. But this scene I didn't mind because I like watching girls. A lot of the, I can't remember what TikTok. A lot of the African lady TikToks show you how to wrap those babies up and make them fall asleep in those wrappy things. So when Ashley was doing it, I just love to see people do that and swallow their baby like that. I think it's so cute. I wish they probably were those things invented 17 years ago. I don't know. I wish they were, and I wish I knew about them so I could have learned how to do that and put my little cheeky in it and carry him around. I think those are so cute. But moving on. Monique comes in the house and says she started potty training Chase at 4.5 months. And I'm like, bitch, what? 4.5 months? And then she proceeds, because I'm still watching, to put the baby on the pot in the middle of Ashley's living room, and he pees in it. I'm like, oh my God. Write a book, girl. That's your moneymaker. Do you know how long it took for me to train my son? He was good 2, over 2, pushing on 3. Like, it took everything. It took everything for him to get potty trained. Everything. And I promise you, I was so pissed because with my son, all it took was a week at Nana's house and he was potty trained. I don't know what she did. She said all I did was offer him popsicles. And I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, that's your moneymaker, girl. Write a book. How the hell do you get a 4.5? How do you do that? I don't know. Moving on. Candace, they bring up Candace and Ashley calls her a hamster-faced hoe, hamster-faced hoe. Ashley can read too. Like when Candace and Ashley get like this, that's good television because they both are quick with the tongue. They both, but at the end of the day, I didn't write down, so I ain't caring about Candace. The baby had a diaper explosion. I said, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. 17 years. I'm so happy I'm long past that because I don't miss those diaper explosion days. Anyway, we get to the party and Ashley, no, I wrote down Ashley, but it was Candace. I said Candace usually is one of the best dressed. Like Candace can dress. I ain't gonna take that from her. But at this party, oh, she looked a hot fucking mess. A hot fucking mess. that dress was cute, but then when the camera panned down to those light colored denim thigh-high boots, I said, no ma'am. Oh, no ma'am. Who came up with them? I mean, denim and diamonds could be a cute theme. Ain't half of them ain't followed it. 75% of y'all looked a hot ass mess. But it could have been a cute theme, but not wedding dress diamonds and denim thigh high boots. Like that was ugly. That was a no ma'am. A no ma'am. Karen, they finally bring Wendy onto the scene. Right off the bat, I was like, I like her. Her personality instantly liked the camera, her voice, her look, her just essence with the camera in the scene. I was like, I like Wendy. I'm already gonna like Wendy. And so Karen was like, I'm not impressed. I've been on board meeting with her. I met her at similar parties. So I don't like her. I said, okay, they setting up for a Wendy versus Karen. And I'm like, dang, Karen, the lady barely got to say hello on the screen and you already shading her. Monique gets there. She gives Candace a hug. And I was like, oh, I'm like, how do we get to this fight? I know Ashley said something. I just want to see how does the friendship go wrong? And I know it's because of Ashley, because we just gonna get there when we see it. Moving on. Giselle shows up, and I said, Angel Brinks is still making them damn diamond cat suits. You had to call all the way to LA to get one of them Angel Brinks tacky ass see-through diamond suits. Okay, Giselle, that shit. Y'all remember that season when Escape had that little mini reality show after the Housewives of them going back to that Essence Festival, and Candy and gosh, what sister was the youngest sister was fighting over that black see-through diamond cat suit. That's what it reminds me of, and that shit was ugly as hell. And I'm like, Candy, you should be happy that girl wanted to wear that. Oh no, the one was gray and Candy had on the black one. Whoever, them damn Angel Brinks bodysuits are awful. Like, I ain't seen nobody wear one and it looked good. But anyway, Giselle came on looking a tacky hot ass mess. And then they hee ha ha around the party. Now, Candace wants to make sure Giselle is good. So she pulled Giselle outside because, you know, they had that little bakery thing. And I'm like, didn't y'all squash it at the bakery? And Candace is like, I just want to make sure we good. You know, we talk, but I want to make sure we good. And Giselle like, we good. And Candace was like, but you sure? Like, you sure? Because Giselle, you know how you can be. You sure you good? And she gets to and Giselle was like, look, bitch, I told you we good. Now, if you want to hear my side of the story, you got to shut the fuck up because you're talking too much. Now, if you don't want me to be good, I can go back. I can be a mean girl. Because I think Candace called her a mean girl. But anyway, Giselle tells her something about, Candace, you have to give Ashley an apology, because somewhere they brought that up again. And I'm like, that is true. Candace, you do owe Ashley an apology. For all that, like, everything, you and Ashley's breakdown was because, yes, Ashley came on the screen talking about, I want to get pregnant, and I'm not going to drink alcohol because I'm trying to get pregnant. And she was trying to do, some doctors tell you not to, but who gives a fuck? It ain't in the rule book. Yes, Ashley, that was her statement. She said, fuck that statement. My period came on. I want to drink. So I don't see why Candace, like, all season was pressed. Like, I don't think Ashley really wants to have a baby. She over there getting a drunk. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Worry about your own uterus. So yes, you owe Ashley an apology, but I feel like that was Candace's opportunity last season to plant herself as an ensemble cast member. Like, y'all ain't gonna let me go because I'm gonna at least fight with this bitch Ashley, so y'all know I'm gonna have conflict somewhere. And you let that stupid beef with Ashley destroy your friendship with Monique. None of the other girls really give a fuck about you. Like, most of the time, they just here to laugh at you and watch you start shit with everybody else. And then read you when you try to read them. But moving on from that, Robin is late as usual. And it looked like her and Giselle was shopping in the same closet. Like, Robin, you looked a hot ass mess too. I ain't gonna talk about it. The only one who really looked cute was Monique. She had on the all white with a denim jacket. Karen ain't have on no denim. Like, she wasn't even really in theme. Did she? I think she had on like the blue. It looked like a dress, but it really was a shirt. And she had on jeans and diamond shoes. But I ain't really like that. Let's move on. Karen comes up to the bar. And Monique tells her, this the cash bar. You know Karen was going to read you about that cash bar. I'm sure she's going to bring it up again later. You couldn't get production to give you a little bit of change for an open bar? Moving on. Do what's in your budget, girl. Matter of fact, I ain't mad at it. Don't let these people cause you to go broke. Do what's in your budget, girl. Giselle somewhere calls Chris, where's Big Boy? Like, because I guess someone was wondering where Jamal was. And she was like, well, where is Big Boy? And on Twitter, I saw Monique have this long tweet about Chris hates it when people call him Big Boy because he was from the South and he really doesn't like to be called a boy. Okay, but what if she would have called him Big Man? Like, I don't know. I feel like I get it, but it wasn't that deep for a Twitter beef. Somewhere it was another Twitter beef with Robin and Charisse, because I guess in this episode, I thought Robin said Charisse wasn't at the wedding, and then after I watched the episode, I really didn't understand the Twitter beef. Because Robin came out talking about I was wrong. Charisse really wasn't at the wedding. And then Charisse was like, I wasn't at the wedding. It sounds like Robin is a liar. And then she said, it's the real diamond ring for me. And I was cracking up because I understand she was reading Robin's engagement ring because it was rumored that it was a cubic zirconian and not a real diamond. Who gives a fuck? You ain't even got a wedding ring no more with your divorced ass. So shut the fuck up, Charisse. You ain't even on the show. Why am I even talking about her Twitter? Moving on. Candace makes some speech where she says she's only close to her mama and Karen. I don't recall Candace and Karen ever being that close. I could be wrong. Karen gets up to give a speech. Instead of talking about the anniversary couple, she's talking about her damn self with Ray. And did she tell everybody her and Ray were having problems? Moving on, Candace's mama got up there. She a mess. She told me, I'm so happy my daughter got somebody to fuck every night. And I'm like, oh my God. Yes, take the microphone with her. But she cleaned it up. I'm happy to see Candace and her mother laughing and being in a happy place together. Because her mama can be much. I like to see people when they're in a happy place. And maybe by you cutting off the purse strings, you can stay in you all's happy place. Because my mama tell you all the time, if you need to borrow some money, you need to borrow my opinion too. You can't ask people for money and not take their 2 cents with it. So, moving on from that. Oh, that was the end of the episode. All right. They flashed, first half of the season trailer at the end. I thought it was an hour and a half episode, but they tacked on that 30 minutes of Giselle and Keke Palmer on Watch What Happens Live. And I said, Andy, I ain't about to watch 30 minutes of Giselle. And I definitely ain't about to watch her talk 30 minutes about this damn fake-ass relationship. Now, get in the comments, because Watch What Happened Live is current. If her and Jamal have broken up, let me know in the comments, because I ain't watched that extra 30 minutes. Because I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Anyway, This was a long one, but it was an introduction, and I have so much to say because I have been waiting for this show to come back for so long. I really love the Housewives of Potomac. Get in the comments. Let's talk about it. If you haven't subscribed yet and you are a Potomac watcher, go ahead and hit subscribe. Big Brother come back this week too. So if you like Big Brother, go ahead and hit subscribe because I can't wait to talk about that too. So like, comment, share. I will see you all next Monday for Potomac again. Talk to you later. Bye.